We do have a quorum with Mr. Torres being absent. Before we get into the discussion of regular agenda items, I wanted to ask board members if they had any questions about the public hearing on Financial Integrity Rating System of Texas, the first report that we received. Do you have any questions on that? If not, we'll proceed through the agenda action items.
Mr. President, before we start, I want to again compliment the Brazos Crossing staff, and that's everyone that works in this building for the work that they did for Whoville, and on Friday with a number of young people coming to and experiencing something really extraordinary. I mention that only because after we leave it up tonight so that if board members want to go around and see it, you get a chance to, because it starts coming down tomorrow. So
you got to go upstairs.
I wanted to mention that to you all, so that if you have an interest in checking it out, you might want to do that this evening.
Yeah, thank you, and very well done.
The first item on the agenda is consider approval of out-of-state travel for the George Ranch High School Band to travel to Orlando, Florida from June 4th through 10th, 2017. The next item is that the board consider approval of budget amendment request, and we have two budget amendments that the board that we're asking the board to approve. The next item is consider ratifications of financial and investment reports. The next item on the agenda is for the trustees to approve the order authorizing the issuance of Lamar Consolidated Independent School District Unlimited Tax Schoolhouse Bond, Series 2017. And this is the remainder of the 2014 bond. If I didn't miss a page or something, the next item on the agenda is that we ask the board to approve a renewal agreement for Eduphoria Premium Suites subscription services through Region 10 Education Service Center, and authorize the superintendent to execute the service agreement, interlocal agreement, as well as subsequent service renewal agreements, interlocal agreements related to this service. The next item is asking the board to approve donations, and we have two donations from Frost and Meyer Elementary School.
And we actually have an amendment to add.
And an amendment. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
The next item is asking the board to approve on second reading policies Update 105, Update 106, CDC local, and DK local. The next item is we're asking the board to approve the membership of the Attendance Boundary Committee for 2016-2017 as presented with the proposed timelines using the zoning process, and charge the ABC with setting the boundaries for Lindsay Elementary for the 2017-2018 school year. The next item is consider approval or to approve CenterPoint Energy aerial easement for electrical transmission and distribution lines at Bentley Elementary School, and authorize the board president to execute the easement documents. The next item is that the Board of Trustees approved a proposal of American Construction Investigators for building code compliance review for Carter Elementary School in the amount of $16,500, and authorize the board president to execute the agreement. The next item is we're asking the board to approve Traffic Engineers, Inc. for the traffic study at Carter Elementary School in the amount of $20,000, and authorize the board president to execute the agreement. The next item, we're asking the board to approve Terracon Incorporated for material testing for the Terry High School baseball complex renovations in the amount of $34,532, and authorize the board president to execute the agreement. Next item is we're asking the board to approve the donation deed, .2511 acres to Fort Bend County for the deceleration lane on FM 1093, and authorize the board president to execute the deed and related documents. The next item, we're asking the board to approve the final payment of $50,000 to Dramala Construction Company for the construction of Fulshire High School, Dean Lehman Junior High, and the renovations to the transportation facility. The next item, we're asking the board to approve the records retention schedule for local schedule of general records, records of public school district, and records of elections.
Ms. Fossey, do we have anybody in the audience that want to comment on any of the action items?
I did not receive any cards.
Thank you very much. We'll proceed to the information items. Moving through those, did any of the board members have questions on the information items?
And remember, Mr. President, on the board member training,
yes,
that has to be publicly identified.
We do that tonight, or we can do that on
Thursday.
Thursday?
Right.
Yes, I've got that one tagged here.
Okay.
Would comment on LEAF one more time about the great job that was done this year. That $339,000. That was fantastic, and there was joy in Whoville every place we went with that. So. We'll have the stewardship report on Thursday evening. Well, I have one, no other question. I have a question on the transportation update. We had 3 accidents that were preventable. Were these new drivers, or are these seasoned drivers, or it seemed like we're swinging those buses over somebody? Apparently, they're not the new buses that have the cameras on.
To be honest, I'm going to have to go back and look, because I don't have the names, so they put the names of the drivers in.
Point of curiosity, if it's new drivers, maybe it's something we need to polish up on. It's seasoned drivers.
Yeah, it's not limited to new drivers.
Okay.
It's across the board.
All right. Don't mean to dwell on it, just curious. Thank you. Any other questions in the information items? If not, it's 6:39, and we'll move to closed session. We are going back into open session yet. I realized in the back room that I was in my enthusiasm a while ago, I forgot to read the required reason why we're going in the back room. The adjournment to closed session pursuant to Texas Government Code sections 551, 071, 072, 074, and 082 of the Open Meetings Act, which is typical the way my day has gone, because I almost left my cleaning in the dry cleaners after I was there, and I left part of my groceries in the cart today, so.
And what time did we come back?
At
7?
7:06.
Okay.
Reconvene into open session. Do we have any action items from our closed session?
Yes, Mr. Chairman, I move that the Board of Trustees approve Nicole Nelson as the athletic director.
Do I have a second to that motion?
I'll second.
Any discussion on that? All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? None. It carries. Do we have any more business to bring before this board? If not, we'll adjourn the meeting at 7:07. Thank you.